We've had gold for 150 years or more, and we have seen nothing positively from gold. We've had cocoa for nearly 100 years, and we've not benefited from cocoa. Now we have another God-given commodity, oil.
Ghana over the years has made various attempts at oil discovery, but it was not until the year 2007 that 40 miles deep into the sea in the west of Cape 3 Points, after drilling 312 feet of the seabed, that high-quality oil and gas deposits that would produce about 120,000 barrels per day was discovered. Officially, oil and gas joined the ranks of our national pride: cocoa, gold, timber, kente, batakari, and football. The whole country was thrown into a state of euphoria, like that of our independence,
We now have freedom.
like our winning the African Cup of Nations in years past, like our most recent qualification to the semi-finals at the World Cup in Germany. This state of jubilation, euphoria, and excitement about the discovery of Ghana's black gold is rightly justified, considering the prospects it holds for the country. Former President J.A. Kufuor said to Cosmos Energy after the discovery was announced to him at the castle in Osu, "Move quickly to develop the oil reserve to make the country, which has been grappling with energy problems, an oil producer, so that our country would not become a beggar in the energy sector anymore." The western region of Ghana became the toast region of the country. The destiny of Ghana lay buried deep in the waters of this region, a destiny unknown to anyone, and yet a destiny like a tool in the very hands of the people. The people of Ghana could use this tool positively and turn the economy and fortunes of the country around. Or, on the other hand, misuse or leave it idle so the lives of the people will ruin and remain in abject poverty. So, the oil dropped and the positives started to flow. The creation of various jobs in the oil and gas sector, the development of various infrastructure to meet the demands of the sector, the involvement of local actors in an otherwise foreign field of oil and gas, the development and training of skilled labor to take up jobs in the sector, the development of curricula for the teaching and training of prospective students in the oil and gas industry, and of course, the advantages therein for the hospitality industry. According to the Ministry of Finance, total receipts of revenue within the space of 5 years from 2011 to 2015 has been $3.0569 billion. The Petroleum Ministry has it that as at 2014, total employment within the oil and gas sector was 7,200, out of which 5,400 were Ghanaians.
I don't think that since Nkrumah's time we've had this kind of opportunity in the country.
The entire city of Sekondi Takoradi is beginning to witness massive changes in infrastructural development, including the building of a shopping mall to meet the needs of indigenes and visitors alike. The construction and rehabilitation of roads and railways. The metropolis is being given a new facelift so that investors can come and invest. The Town and Country Planning Department of the metropolis has conducted a study to look at structural development within the metropolis so as to meet the new challenges and demands of an oil region.
Expansion of the port ongoing, and at the same time there's going to be another reclamation of a section of the sea right from the Navy area to Nkotompo to create an oil refinery in a new city between Sekondi and Nkotompo. And we believe when these things are done, it will give us a plus in terms of beauty, in terms of convenience, in terms of giving the city a new facelift.
One major infrastructural boost the Western region had as a result of the discovery of oil is the construction of an entirely new port called Atuabo Free Port. The port of Tema is mostly a container port, while that of Takoradi deals with commodities such as timber, cocoa, manganese, and bauxite. Atuabo Free Port is expected to take advantage of the oil sector and the opportunities that abound within the Gulf of Guinea. What is refreshing, however, is the fact that young Ghanaians are taking charge of affairs in this new development. Frank Hagan Brown is the commercial executive for the Atuabo Free Port.
The Atuabo Free Port is going to be a dedicated oil and gas free port that will be established in the western region of Ghana. It's going to have 3 main operational areas. So there's a supply and logistics base and a fabrication yard, which sits on about 100 acres of land. And then we'll have a rig and vessel repair facility as well. In addition, we want it to be a holistic infrastructural platform for the hydrocarbons industry.
There are several other local players making strides in Ghana's newfound love. SeaWorld is one of them.
SeaWorld is the only indigenous Ghanaian company that fabricated part of the second FPSO in Ghana. That was for the 10 project. We did the deck stools and the pipe racks. And according to the client, it was a very good work done.
In recognition of some of these great works by SeaWorld, the company was awarded Fabrication Company of the Year and Construction Company of the Year at the 2015 edition of the Ghana Oil and Gas Awards. Mr. Fafali believes the company could do more if legislature could be drawn to protect local players in the sector.
The legal framework has already been passed by government, and that gives us a very good foundation for building our workforce. This will ensure that the local content agenda is followed to the letter and that the capacity of locals are built over time.
Nyanikrom is a farming community in the Shama district of the Western region. According to the Obahima of Nyanikrom, Nana Akosua Gyamfiaba II, her village has found its way on the world map due to the presence of companies that have made her community their home.
Ansana oya babano na obiara mpo nyim Nyanikrom na obiara mpo nhwehwa ha de obaja asase mpo ato na so oya no be no edwumaku pi na wa baham no ma wa mande asase mpo no na nje no wa akoshe na yenyi layout bia mpo ha zil na ozinkan okafa surveyor be ya oba picking asase in my town and country planning western region waji na washado na waye layout was mehen.
Zeal Environmental Technologies Limited is into the management of oil and gas waste. Zeal, a product of Ghanaian ingenuity, is 100% owned and managed by Ghanaians. It supports Togo, Benin, Liberia, Sierra Leone and Mauritania.
For instance, a company drill in Liberia, they have to set up here as their base because we have everything here, including waste management. We being here, it's great for them comparing to other countries.
Without the services Zeal is offering, big players in the oil and gas industry would have had to find other waste disposal services companies elsewhere, and this would have meant a loss in revenue to the people and government of Ghana. The benchmark Zeal sets for itself is world-class and comparable to any in the world.
When the oil was found, people were thinking, oh, how would Ghana manage, or how would the oil and gas drilling companies, how would they manage their waste? So we were on the ground putting this facility up.
Seth Arthur is an indigene of Nyanikrom and an employee of Zeal. He shares what impact the company is making in his community.
About 2 weeks ago, the doctors and nurses be obi in school na awofono mbone nso wa discourage ba company no boa me mkrofo bebre company no but one for school sam.
One thing that would make Kwame Nkrumah smile in his grave is the decision of indigenes of his area to form the Nzima Chamber of Commerce and Industry. This is to take advantage of the new opportunities in the area to ensure citizens' participation in business opportunities in the country. Joseph Apo-Ejei is chairman of the chamber.
The mere existence of the oil and gas industry in our location prompts the people that there is something around that they also need to benefit from. It prompts the people that there should be employment opportunities. It prompts the people that there should be reduction in poverty around. It prompts the people that they should have a fair share of whatever the oil and gas industry has. And for that matter, it prompts them that they should have improved livelihoods. I think during the time that we were doing the inauguration, we were about 69, and new members keep coming.
Quantum Terminals Limited has an LPG terminal that receives LPG from the gas processing plants and distributes the gas across the country. There are a lot more companies coming into the area that would provide the same services as Quantum. The difference, however, is in the fact that Quantum is a wholly owned Ghanaian company. Alex Amoako is the general manager of Quantum Limited.
The facility presently has 250 people working on it. And I'm happy to say that if you look at the staff strength, only 13 people are coming from outside of the region. In other words, the rest of the people are coming from Anochi, the Nzima area directly, and Western region at large. Everything about the company is wholly Ghanaian. It means that the benefits that are going to be derived from that business enterprise that has been set up in that locality stays within the economy.
In recognition of the need to equip Ghanaians, especially indigenes of the Western region, with the required skills to take up more places in the oil and gas sector, Kikam Technical Institute expanded its programs in welding and mechanical engineering to train people who will go and man the oil and gas installations. State-of-the-art machines designed to train Ghanaians in this specialized field were brought to the school. J.B. Apia is the principal of Kikam Technical Institute.
These programs are being run in 3 institutions: Kikam Technical Institute here, Takoradi Technical Institute, and Regional Maritime University. We need to train people who will go and man the oil and gas installations.
And so, all is well, it may seem, but the ugly side to countries that have discovered oil has been conflict. Conflict about who manages the resources and how. Ghana has a lot to learn from these countries the world over and within the sub-region. Already, some of the oil fields are in contention with neighboring Côte d'Ivoire, and tact must be employed in its handling to avoid conflict. The chiefs and people of the communities that hold these oil resources have raised concerns about the influx of foreigners and even companies unknown to them who are taking over the land. The issue of land grabbing and land ownership, of compensations, of resettlement among others, is of concern and must be dealt with. Awolai Amishiek Banyili III is the paramount chief of the Eastern Nzima traditional area who has some serious concerns. Concerns that affect the very core of our values and keeps him awake at night.
My difficulty is what will give way to what. Where we do not consider as a dry land, today people want to build there. Where our natural rivers and things passes that we're not concerned about today, people are blocking them.